14 West Cross Street, Wilkes Barre. I do have a pass to get to, so I will leave after comments, I apologize. But I was informed by one of the rink managers at Cole Street that they were in a study phase of adding the rink number 2. So my specific request of the administration is this true, and if so, why? And my request to council is that, like other cities, that you please mandate that city park facilities serve city residents specifically. And as our city residents, our children are majority low income, I would request that you specifically mandate that low income children are served in the city park rink. That's my, I could speak obviously for hours on this because, as many people who have seen me before know, that this is my great passion, figure skating. I've done this for 20 years. I've taught in Philadelphia City, and it's an embarrassment and a great sadness to me that I can't pay it forward in my own city, that I can't do what I do. That for me to be able to pay it forward, I'd have to make my services available in Philadelphia or elsewhere. But as far as, without back and forth, as far as the second rink in Cole Street Park, I've heard this. I've heard, people from the back mountain and mountaintop say, oh, when's that rink number 2 going to be built? Or when, we need a second rink, and which is nice of them. I mean, if they would like to build one in the back mountain or mountaintop, that would be great. I'd love it. More is more as far as ice goes. But I don't support it, and I want to publicly explain why I don't support it in Cole Street Park. And first of all, it's very soon. This is the first year that someone working for the rink has said to me after 4 years that, oh, well, we opened at 6 a.m. for Wyoming seminary practice, and something has been on the ice, either the Zamboni or people, all day long. Great, keep it up, do it for another 4 years, and then see what happens. Because the first time you achieve that goal isn't the time to build a new rink. And that's not what I see when I look at the schedule, maximum usage. There's no lunchtime public session. There's no, when the children couldn't have their fountain going for part of the summer, no one ever opened the rink to them and said, well, come on in and cool off and skate. There was no, and very often it said, oh, well, the children can come in. Wilkes Barre City residents are welcome. They can come in if they have a parent. My kids in Philadelphia never came in with their parents because their parents aren't available. They're working at Kmart, or they're not working, whatever. But the kids got their butts to the rink and got their skates on and skated. And that's what I'd like to see here. So, yes, this is a different facility than the rinks in Philadelphia, which serve Philadelphia residents, and that they don't have to they're subsidized, they don't have to earn their keep. But there are other rinks that have to do what we do, and it would be nice to look at those. Some of them have maybe 15% scholarships, so they have a significant amount of scholarships so that the children do not feel left, like they're the only poor kids in the facility. But it's a manageable number so that they're not overwhelming the rink staff. I mean, there are many things that can be done, but right now, if you look at the rink schedule, there is no specific, not 1 hour in a week of specific programming targeted to city youth. And in addition, there's not any specific intentional involvement of city youth in the current programming. So yes, they can come in and they can utilize it, but it's probably too expensive for them, and it doesn't appear to be appealing to them. And we have to make it, it's our job. What I'm saying to you is, please tell this rink management to do this. They have to work at it to make it appealing to these kids. It's work. It's not just, well, they can come in if they want to. You have to sell it to them. McDonald's sells to everyone. The rink could sell to everyone. And that's what I want in a city park, and I don't think that it's my job as a city resident to build another rink, to take city park land. We need many more parking spaces, much more green space would have to be taken from that park to build another rink, another surface. More parking, more rink, and maybe the argument is, oh, well, it's just a swamp anyway. But once you build it, it's done. It's no longer park space, it's no longer green space. And it is limited in a city for the kids to have this green space. So I don't want it taken for a rink too. I'd be happy if someone wanted to build another rink in our area. If Wyoming Sound wanted to put one on the west side, great. You know, I would love to have more opportunities to skate, but I don't believe we need it in Wilkes Barre City Park because I don't think our kids are dying for more ice time. I don't think they're using it.
See if we get you some answers. Do we know anything about a rink or first of all, is that something?
Yeah, they're looking into it because of the success of the rink there, it's self-supporting right now. You know, right now the taxpayers, I do know there's public skate up there, it's not as often as most would like, but again, it's something that has not cost the taxpayers any money. It brings people into the city every weekend, tournaments, and it's been definitely a great attraction for tourism.
So we are providing as much public skating as we can, given the schedule of the facility.
I'm not looking for more public skating. This is just open skate time that costs about the price of a movie. As a city resident, there's no benefit for me to be a city resident at this facility. In other cities, maybe I'd have a reduced price to go there. I pay higher taxes for the privilege of being a city resident. But I don't get any privilege when I go to the rink, and city children don't either. And the majority of our children are low income, and $10 to just go have a good time is, you know, they can maybe do it once in a while. But what I'm saying is a rink can provide regular recreational opportunities that help children. Kids in Philadelphia spend 8 weeks in a group lesson learning skills. They learn how to learn by working, by doing something fun. Like the point of public parks and recreation programs is not just, you know, once in a blue moon event. It's maybe the child participates for a season and gets something positive out of it.
And we understand what you're trying to say. The facility is, as you said, very busy from opening to closing.
And maybe it is, when I look at the schedule, some days nothing happens until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But it's not my job as a taxpayer to make sure that Wyoming Sound kids don't have to get up at 6 a.m. to get on the ice to build a second rink for this purpose.
Actually,
So thank you for your time.
Is that schedule posted online?